Hey, this is Louis D. Fresh bringing it to you on a Saturday afternoon. I don't know what to do with my glasses. I hope you are doing well. Today we're going to be doing an our YouTube video. And again, thank you for all the people who've been with me over the years. I've been doing this, like I said, probably around this time of year, September of 2020. So roughly about 5 years I've been doing this. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yes, 25 years. And what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a little introduction to financial aid, college financial aid. I live in the United States of America, so we're talking about the United States of America. And this is specifically for my volunteer school that I've said, and I'm going to send you the link. It's just showing you, it's just an introduction to college financial aid. So this way you can be successful in your search and, dare I say, your future profession through college education. That is my clip. Hope you liked it. So on my clip referring to people who don't follow me or just kind of now are like, what? Referring to the social media, Instagram, Facebook, X or whatever it's called, and TikTok. It's all the same clip. I used to, if you look back, way back in my archives, I used to do a separate clip and a separate video for each of the social medias, and it was just taking way too much time. That's why now I only do Tuesdays and Thursdays. Usually, sometimes the week gets away from me, and I don't do Tuesdays and Thursdays. But generally, I try to do Tuesday and Thursday. Then a little Saturday, YouTube Sunday thing, which you're gonna do right after this, and then I drop a clip for the video, and then I do my YouTube video. So that's what I've been doing for the last 5 years. And honestly, this was my COVID project because. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. So I learned how to do YouTube on YouTube. And I learned how to do social media based on YouTube. So let's get into this introduction to college financial aid. Here's my little PowerPoint, Introduction to College Financial Aid, Understanding Your Options for Paying for College. Here in the United States, I can't speak for abroad, but here in the United States, college can be very expensive. Even community colleges, public state colleges, and private schools. They can run you as little as maybe $5,000-$6,000 US dollars a year to probably about $60,000-$70,000 US dollars a year. So no matter how you slice it, we all need college financial aid to get us through, to get us to our future profession. So again, volunteer school, what is financial aid? Financial aid helps students and families pay for college. Because like I said, it can be quite a burden. It can come from federal, state, school, or private sources. And I'll probably mention it towards the end of the video. Those you can do or you could get money from all those sources and bundle them, put them together. And that includes grants. Grants is free money. Scholarships is free money. Work study is free money because you're actually working for it. The loans is something you do need to pay back. Again, what we're talking about is how we're going to pay the FAFSA here, which I introduced on Friday, yesterday. And so this is the sort of the outline of what is college financial aid. Again, to be a little bit more specific, the types of aid, we have grants, which is free money, usually need-based. And as I mentioned last night, because I went to my volunteer school to talk about this. Need-based aid refers to, and I say it with respect, and I said it last night with respect, we're not the richest people on the planet, so we will need some money because we can't afford it. Scholarships, that's also free money, often, not always, but often merit-based. And again, I mentioned that last night. Merit means what you do in terms of your academics. And then work study, the part-time jobs to help pay for education. And loans, these are borrowed money that must be repaid. So that's what I have my little arrows here on what's going on in terms of the types of financial aid that you can acquire. And again, as I mentioned last night, or I'm talking about Friday night, I'm talking about the 26th of September, 2025, when I went to my volunteer school. Federal financial aid, this is like, as I mentioned at the little thing that we had, the foundation of everything that you do is the federal money, which is the FAFSA. free application for federal student aid. That keyword is free. If they're asking you to pay for it, it's a scam. I put it on the volunteer college. Try it again. Volunteer school website. The FAFSA, the link. It is live now for 2026, 2027. Again, we are in the school year of 2025, 2026. So when you're a freshman in college, you will be the year will be 2026, 2027, and you need to fill out the FAFSA every year, every academic year. So it's not just the first year, but it's every single year. Pell Grants are for students with exceptional need, and again, respectfully, that's many of you that you just don't have the money to go, and that is free money. Federal Work Study, again, we're talking that is a part-time job for students where you get paid not for your pocket, but rather for your education. And direct loans are subsidized and unsubsidized loans, and we'll talk about that in the future in the springtime in terms of loans. I don't want to get into it because I'm going to open up a Pandora's box. All right, and the second type is the state and institutional aid. Second and third. Many states here in the United States offer grants and scholarships. Here in Florida, we do offer the Florida Bright Futures, and as I showed you on the school website, there's not just Florida Bright Futures. There are several. If you look on the right-hand side of the link of Florida, because again, I'm referring primarily to my volunteer school. On the right-hand side of that link for Florida Bright Futures, you will see probably about 10 to 15 state scholarships that you should apply for. Colleges may provide their own financial aid packages. If you look towards the bottom of my website on the volunteer website, you will see. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Kali was doing her thing. There. Wait. Oh, where's Kali? Hi, Kali. There's Kali. That is the magical dog, Kali. Anyway, so as I was saying, the provide financial aid packages. I mentioned Florida International University on the school website. You just click on that, and that's an example of how if you put in the name of the school, like Miami-Dade College financial aid, you will get the link for the financial aid that is specific for that school. And then check with your state agencies and college financial aid office to see what else they may have in store for you. So that's the second and third way of having our getting cash for school. The last but not least, private scholarships. As I was showing you, local organizations, again, like McDonald's, Best Buy, here in South Florida or in the Southeast, they have a place called Publix, which is a supermarket. They also all have these, and nonprofits. Companies may offer scholarships. Your parents may have, their company may offer a scholarship. Take a look, see what's available to you. And all of that, as I mentioned, and I'll probably mention again, but I'm doing an overview at the bottom of that volunteer website. School website, I did put about 5 or 6 ones like fastweb.com, scholarships.com. Oh my gosh, I think it was, I can't think of it right now, but they're there. They're at the very bottom of it. And those are legit private scholarships. Remember, write this down if you need to. And this for everybody, never pay money to get money. Write that down. Never pay money to get money. And private loans can fill gaps that may have higher interest rates. Private loans, I usually mention, I've been doing it for quite some time. I mentioned it in the springtime because that's our last option. I'm not going to even talk about that because right now that's a bad word. Let's try to avoid getting into debt and try those other avenues first. The key steps for... Kali's driving me crazy here with the licking. Right, Kali? Because I'm not paying attention to you, Kali? I know. Key steps for students. Complete the FAFSA early. As I mentioned, it is live now for 2026, 2027. First thing you need to do is do that FSAID. As I mentioned yesterday, FSAID. It is on the school website. It is right above FAFSA link. That's the first thing. Mom, dad, relative, and you, the student, need to do that first before doing the FAFSA research. state and institutional aid. It's there. It's available for, especially from my volunteer school. I'm talking about the Florida Bright Futures link, and I'm talking about institutional aid for wherever you're going to apply, like F Florida International University. It is there. It's, if you look on the school site, I literally put a link there, and apply for private scholarships, which is also there. You don't have to research anything. Everything's there, such as fastweb.com and scholarships.com. It's at the bottom of it, and understand loan terms before borrowing. But right now, I'm not going to be talking about loans. But just know that there are things that you need to pay attention to. But we'll talk about that in the springtime. My friend Carly always needs attention. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. See, there's a little glare there. I hope you enjoyed that volunteer school, and the rest of you guys out there, because I know it's kind of weird that, that I like it so much, because I do the two things I really enjoy, which are freshwater fish and college. That's why I decided to. That's my thing. So I hope you really got something out of that. I hope that it means something to you. I do everything with love. Like I said, I should be an independent private counselor, but I'm not. I love to serve, and I love to do it, as weird as it sounds, for free, because I believe that what you give always comes back to you. So get in there, start doing the work. Now, I can't do it for you. I can present the information, and you also have my volunteer school. I'm talking to you. You have my private email. You don't know what I'm talking about. Again, talk to Mrs. C. She definitely has my private email, or she can ask. You guys have my private cell phone. It's on the website. So, everything is there. Use your counselors. I'm talking to everybody now. Use your counselors. Use your resources. Use ChatGPT. Use Google. Make it happen. But you've got to do the work. And I would do it daily, so this way you can get the best financial aid package. Louis T. Fresh.